Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show, where we bring you all the news from the climbing world in what's been a difficult week. The world was in shock this week as Russia invaded Ukraine, and frankly, climbing pales into insignificance compared to the events that we've seen. However, as humans and as climbers, we all want to do as much as possible to help. So here's an update on the situation. The UIAA and IFSC have both released statements and cancelled their upcoming events in Russia. The IFSC has withdrawn from the first World Cup of the season in Moscow, which was meant to take place on the 1st of April. In a press release, they state they intend to relocate the event to another location once a host has been selected. Meanwhile, the UIAA, the Ice Climbing Federation, has cancelled the last two stages of the Ice Climbing World Cup that was meant to take place in Russia. This effectively means the end of the 2022 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. We were expecting the UIAA and the IFSC to cancel those events. It was obviously becoming impossible, and it was the right thing to do. So let's hear now from the IFSC president, Marco Solaris.
We are living hard times, a very difficult moment, I think, because we are seeing things happening in Ukraine that, we haven't seen for years, and we hope we would not seen again. After 1.5 years spent fighting against the COVID, and somehow I believe that the two things are connected. The risk that I see today is that we are not able to talk to each other and we are not able to solve our questions respecting each other. And what climbers can do. Unfortunately, now we are caught in this process of sanctions, decision, and things that unfortunately we have to take. But of course, this is not the solution. This is not the way out. I hope that common sense and respect finally prevails, but I think we are still far from there.
Thank you, Marco, for that statement and your time on that matter. Now, the IFSC did say in their original press release that they would relocate the Moscow World Cup to somewhere else once they found a host. I have a feeling that won't happen in the next 4 weeks. They might push it back to later in the season, perhaps, but time will tell on that one.
Yeah, and on another note, with everything that's going on with the war, obviously as climbers, I guess, we want to help. We have this big community all over Europe, and we have been sent links and ways to help out the people in Ukraine. So those will all be down below. Get informed, check them out, help if you can. And we've got some other news. It's difficult to look past this, but we'll move on to our normal climbing news. And this first bit of news is from the US. Alex Puccio took a trip to Red Rocks, Nevada. In just a couple of days, she was able to send Abaddon, a V12, Hungry Hippos, another V12, or 8A+, but she also repeated the most famous and frankly also the most perfect boulder out there, Meadowlark Lemon, a V13, or 8B. I guess it's Red Rock and not Red Rocks. Kind of like peak and peaks. Anyway, we looked into Red Rocks because we keep talking about it and the boulders look amazing. And the rock is red because of the oxidation of iron minerals.
You went full geek on this, didn't you?
I had fun. I read the whole Wikipedia page. When you were like, what are you doing? Are you busy this morning with work? I was like, yes.
Right, so while I was working hard, you were reading about why red rocks are red.
Yes, and then more about that 8B boulder. Lark Lemon is an American basketball player, actor, and Christian minister.
Wow, you went deep on the research on this one.
Yes.
Thanks, T.
And on a forum
Yep.
on the not Planet Mountain, what's the American website? A mountain project. They said that the crux sloper on the 8B boulder is chipped.
Wow. Well, there isn't a lot of news this week, so T went in depth. Thank you very much. I now know more about this than before. I'm talking sport climbing news, 9A+s and first lay. Let's head over to Margalef, Spain, where Santiago de Alba has become the first Mexican climber to send 9A+, with his repeat of first lay. In an interview on 8A.nu, he describes how he did all the important moves in the first session, but it took him 30 sessions of work over 3 months for that route to be ticked. He skipped a grade to send it, with his previous hardest climb being 8C+. He trained for the route on the route, getting used to the moves on the wall. Next up for him, first round, first minute, 9B. So Margalef's still going off. That place was pumping out the climbs a couple of weeks ago, and obviously still Send season.
Yes, Sandy. First Mexican to climb a 9A+.
Yes, and they were very excited by that.
Yes.
We got lots of messages about this, didn't we?
So shout out there to all the Mexican climbers. Congratulations. We're waiting for that 9B, I suppose.
Exactly, it's coming next.
Next, I have a special story, and it's like a true testament that climbing and the love for climbing can go on forever. Swiss climber Marcel Remy celebrated his 99th birthday at a climbing gym. You might remember him because at age 94, he climbed Miroir d'Argentine, a 450-meter long route. Now 99, at the gym, he climbed a 16-meter long 4C, obviously leading it. There we go. You can go on climbing until you're almost 100.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love the idea at 99 in the gym doing 4C. That's so cool.
That's better than any beginner.
Yes, well, he's not a beginner, is he? He's been climbing for 99 years.
But still, when you as a beginner, you have somebody to look up to who's 99.
Right, there we go. Oh, I see. So people can look up and go, wow. Yeah, true.
I can get better.
Exactly. Awesome dude, awesome story, awesome climbs. Nice one. So, is he on the 9B counter? Let's find out. I think we should put him on the 9B counter. I reckon 4C at 99 is as hard as 9B. Thoughts? Anyone? I mean, we got a slow week for the 9B counter. There's nothing on it. I want to make 4C 9B, yeah.
We could put 99 instead of giving him points.
I just think give the dude some points. I mean, he wouldn't expect to be on the 9B counter.
He just wins it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he doesn't even know what it is, probably. I don't know. Maybe he watches us on YouTube. But
Can you imagine?
I think it'd be awesome. We should give him the trophy. I'm willing to do this. I honestly think he should be on the 9B counter. Let me know down below if you agree with me. Should 4C at 99 be the exception to the 9B counter? Climbing Daily is proud to be sponsored by Arc'teryx, and on the 3rd of March, there is a special announcement coming about the Arc'teryx Academy in the Lake District in the UK. It's always a special event, and of course, we'll bring you all the highlights. So keep an eye on our social media and Arc'teryx's social media for that announcement. Shop stuff now, and remember, you can always head over to the Epic TV shop to grab a bargain or just check out the new gear. Crag bags. Put all of your equipment in a crag bag, take it with you, nice and easy, you don't lose stuff. The Rab Misfit 27 litre is well worth looking at. Lovely grey colour, all the features you'd want, and I just love a crag bag because I can just hide all of my things in it, keep it in a place, take it up, off you go. Brilliant.
27 litres though. A bit small for like a rope and stuff. Does it have like a rope strap or something to,
I don't
bundle up the rope?
Actually entirely know, but the thing is with 27 litres, you know how backpack companies make up literage all the time?
Yeah.
I have no idea how they measure it. It's just guesswork in my opinion. So don't be fooled by that. It is a big bag. I've seen it in person. So yeah, that's my one. Do you have a highlight?
I have shoes. I'm talking about shoes, not climbing shoes, but approach shoes, which are essential to get to the actual climbs. Mm-hmm. A bit stiffer, a bit, I guess, more robust than just sneakers. And La Sportiva is back in stock for all their models of approach shoes. So men, women, Gore-Tex, not Gore-Tex, waterproof, not waterproof, go check them out. There's a big selection on all the La Sportiva approach shoes.
There you go. So grab a bargain. Links down below. Now, chatting point this week, and I wanted to talk about the ice climbing edit that we put out last week on Climbing Daily. Dynos through the Sasve car park. It was an amazing event. So we've got two videos actually. We've got the highlight reel, and then we've got the full runs of Petra and Luna Ladevin. Petra Klingler, their full runs. If you want to watch the uncut. Yeah, exactly. The winners for the world champs. Now, I wanted to briefly talk about what a lot of people were talking about, which is the complaint and the argument that ice climbing, as it's called, in a competition format, don't use a lot of ice.
There's an ice block once in a while.
Mm-hmm, there is, yeah.
I think we saw those really cool dynos to it.
Yeah.
However, yeah, it looks like, it's more like dry tooling.
It is more like dry tooling. Look, I kind of know the answer to this, right?
Why there's not that much ice?
They don't use that much ice for a couple of reasons. Number one, ice changes. The more people climb on it, hack at it, hook on it, right? It changes and it might affect other competitors. Because the whole point is you're meant to give the same route. Imagine if like a jug on an IFSC route got bigger throughout the competition. Like they'd be up in arms about it. So,
but it does happen the other way around. You know, like the holds get dirtier.
How do you mean?
Like the holds get dirtier during a competition
they
because
clean
of
them.
like chalk and but they clean it once. It's like an ice skating ring, you know, like it's like nice and smooth until they clean it, and then it's like crap again.
Hang on, wait, I'm so confused. You're talking about cleaning ice?
Well, or like replace the ice structure.
Oh, I
that
see.
Could be an idea.
So you're saying in IFSC competitions they clean it, and therefore they could do, I guess, but like those hanging things of ice are super heavy. Like they have to hoist them into position. It's a big deal to
but
get
they have
it
like
up
cranes and machinery to do that, right?
Yes, that's one solution. They could replace the ice every single. I think we'd all be there forever. But that is one of the reasons why they don't. Is that ice changes, and I want to keep it consistent. And also, it's just not hard enough. Like these guys are beasts. Like anyone watching someone climb through that car park upside down would realize how strong they are. Ice is just too good. The holds are too good on ice. They need to give them a dry hold challenge in order to test the athletes. But it does pose a question. Do you think it should be called ice climbing? I don't know.
Well, does it need to be that cold forever? Because there's ice speed climbing, which I kind of understand more. But then again, the wall varies and changes throughout the competition. So it's not really the same for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that one that's actually on the whole wall is on ice, does it need to be that cold? Can it just become a dry tooling competition?
I mean, if there's no ice at all, but every UIAA event I've been to has had ice in some form. You know, it's like it's there somewhere. And especially the structures they tend to do these comps on is a feature of them that people are going to climb on ice. So I don't think we're going to see. I mean, obviously people train in the summer, but I don't think we're going to see summer dry tooling comps. But unless it's in a giant fridge, and then it kind of defies the point, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. I don't know. I'm not too convinced that it is ice climbing just because there's so much what we call dry tooling involved.
Fine. But, okay, maybe you're one... See, I'm on the other side, right? I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. But people really seem to care. They're like, oh, it's not ice climbing, that's disgraceful. Does it matter? I don't think it matters.
You wouldn't call it sport climbing if you weren't clipping draws.
We do call it sport climbing, and that involves, like, in the Olympics, it was called sport climbing. And that was
the
bouldering
three
and speed.
disciplines together.
Exactly. Like, why are we getting? But why are we getting pedantic over ice? Is my point. Like, it's not rock climbing indoors, is it? Well, they tried that, but now it's. I get it. I just.
But rock climbing indoors, it evolved into what it is now, less featured.
Yes,
and
but we don't call it like
holds.
indoor specific on plastic hold climbing. We get it.
We could call it like that.
We could do. That'd be a cool title, wouldn't it? No, look, it's interesting, but it's something that people always bring up, so I just wanted to address it. It's called ice climbing because there's some ice in it. It originates from ice climbing. The reason they don't is to make it tricky for the athletes, basically. So,
all right, good to know. Thanks for the insight.
Exactly. Knowledge. It's content now, and you did your first gym tour. How was it?
I just watched it. It was nerve-wracking on the day. We went to a really cool climbing gym. New, it had everything, like new state-of-the-art, clean climbing gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out the teaser of the gym tour of Parthian, Southampton. So we're inside this climbing gym. It's gigantic, but fortunately I have Martha here with us who's going to show us around.
Nice
Hi,
to meet you.
How are you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
How long has this gym been open for?
It's just 6 months now, and we opened in April, just after coronavirus restrictions. Open every day, and it's just starting to get busy.
I filmed that one, right? And it's the first one I filmed. It was the first one you did. And it was really strange being the other side of the camera, but I thought you crushed it. Well done.
You were behind the camera saying THs, like
THs, Parthian.
Southampton.
Exactly. It's
That's
tricky.
one word. I said it was two now.
Southampton.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's the gym tour. Link down below if you want to watch the full video for that. And thanks for the Parthian guys for having us along. Comment of the week, and no one, not a single person, has sent us a song. Look, we have to sing. If you don't send a song, you have to hear us sing. You don't want that. So email climb@epictv.com, DM us on Instagram. I don't know, send it via post, whatever you do, but prevent
Don't
this
do that.
moment. They could post a song.
Well,
cassette,
it's not
it'd
that
be great.
environmentally friendly, is it?
I don't know.
I feel like I just sent an email.
I just have an image there of a letter with its own sort of like engine, just like.
Okay.
But no, I went somewhere weird. Yeah, so comment of the week song. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Comment of the week.
I love that you waited for me to sing. It's
just
like,
see-
I'm not gonna
I was
start.
going to see where your harmonies were going. I was trying to balance it out.
I feel we should practice this.
We should
before.
practice this. We never do. My comment is from Mod Elite, who's saying, it's not Lapnor project, it's Burden of Dreams.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I said the wrong name last week. So I was talking about the 9A, Burden of Dreams. It used to be called the Lapnor project. That's not the comment. It's fair enough to point out I did make a mistake. What I love is the 8 other people who are commenting below, and just the person who is saying, both names are still valid. If you know which climb we're talking about, lol. That's a good point, right? I mean, the person who commented obviously knew I was talking about that. I just love, again, climbers just getting involved in the comments. But
Yeah.
apologies for saying the wrong thing. Yes, Burden of Dreams, not Lapnor project.
What was silence before being silence?
Loudness, I don't know.
Project Impossible? No, that's
I
Nim's
don't know.
thingy.
Yeah, it's Nim's thingy. I don't know. No idea.
Anyway, I still need to watch that video of Burden of Dreams. My comment is from Nate, and he says, "Would love to see you cover iconic climbs from iconic destinations. For climbers like myself wanting to visit new places, iconic climbs or routes are something hard to figure out." True that. Because it is difficult. Like if you buy a guidebook, some guidebooks, have like the history of the place written and all of that. Others don't. And like online, there are like different opinions. However, I wanted to point out the EpicTv series with 27 crags that, we went to like different climbing locations and they kind of highlighted and brought out a couple of climbs of like all different grades. And
The Vintage Rock Tour, I mean, that goes through...
but that's really hard routes.
Yeah, true.
That's like
You think more normal?
Savoie,
Yeah.
like professional climber level, which are amazing to see. And again, but it's also only in France. I feel this like 27 crag thing is all over the place. But yeah, check that series out for like iconic climbs.
There you go. Well, guys, that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching the new show. We'll be back next week. See you soon.